teachers, supporting staffs, and other staff members, and student council members. Warm welcome to your day celebration. Today, you all know we are celebrating our 74th Republic Day. Our students, student council members in their speech, they clearly identified the difference between Independence Day and Republic Day. Even though we achieved our independence on 15th August 1947, so there was no clear guidelines or directions to drive our country or to guide our country for the new government who is taking charge. So we need directions. So at that time, Jawaharlal Nehru taking charge as a Prime Minister of India. He thought over and he formed a committee for drafting a constitution. So when he had the formation, involved in the formation of the committee, he thought there are two major challenges as a nation we have to come across immediately to stand up in this world arena. One is after continuous looting of country for almost 100 years by Britishers, our resources were completely deprived and we are in a state of economic crisis. That is the first major challenge where we have to come across so that we can feed our people, where our people can come out of poverty, and that was a major crisis situation we had at that point of time. And second challenges what we faced is equality and social justice. So this is the major challenge what we had at that point of time, where the people of those times, they never had an acceptance of accepting different castes, different creed, different religions. So people stand divided in all these situations or all these categories. So when he was forming a committee, he thought there should be someone like who undergone all this pain, who's gone through all these challenges. So that is how we selected B.R. Ambedkar. We call him now Ambedkar. So he is from an economically backward community and a very intelligent person. At that point of time, who had all the knowledge and wisdom to head the committee, drafting committee. So he made him as a leader of the committee. That is how it took almost 3 years to draft our constitution. So the constitution, even though it was ready on 26 November 1949, then it was submitted in the parliament and final version of the constitution was approved by parliament at that point of time. To officially declare 26 January 1950 as a Republic Day, there is a reason behind it. Because when the freedom movements were picking up in a different divided segments, we don't have any united front where they can guide our people in one direction and enforce freedom against the Britishers, to get freedom from Britishers. That is how the Indian National Congress came into picture. It was getting strengthened all over India, run by Mahatma Gandhi. And the year 26 January 1930, so the Indian National Congress officially declared we need Purna Swaraj, that means complete freedom. Because at that time the Britishers were implementing various strategies to divide people. They give partial freedom. Say, okay, you want to do this, okay, take this. You want to do this, please take it. But they are still in the power. The governors were controlling the system. And they have set a very strong systems all over where they can effectively control our people to be free. That is, they have everything, so they can have the business and they can have the channels where they can take away the resources. Basically, all our resources were drained up at some point of time. And that is how our great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi and all those who are heading Indian National Congress, they said there's nothing like partial freedom or partial relaxation. We want Purna Swaraj. That is how in the year 26 January 1930, they declared as a Purna Swaraj, and so that day becomes important in the calendar of India. So they mark the date and then they taken from there and then they made 26 January 1950 as India's Republic Day. So this is the story behind our Republic Day and celebration now. Now we are Republic. And since we have our constitution, very strongly formed constitution, which strongly ensures first freedom of speech, freedom for citizens. It's not only about freedom, it also have a various guidelines where it says what is the duties of citizens and duties of any citizens of India, and the formation of government, Lok Sabha, Raj Sabha, how the Prime Minister, even the responsibilities and duties of Prime Minister is given, Chief Minister, what is the powers. So everything is very clearly prescribed. And also when we talk about social justice at that point of time, since B.R. Ambedkar was heading the committee, we brought in various schemes and various programs where economic justice is there, the sense social justice is there in employment, social justice is there in various fields, so that we take out this particular aspect as soon as possible, so that entire unit India at the point of time, the 1.1 billion or 1.5 billion population can work together in one direction so that we can reach the greater heights. That was his vision. But as of now, if you talk about whether we are able to come out of this social injustice, no, not really. We are still struggling with it. Still, certain segment of people accepting, not accepting, and still a lot of debate and rule is going on this particular aspect. And that is one major concern what India has at this point of time, which is stopping us from becoming superpower. One of student was talking about we have not achieved our superpower status. What we don't have, we have everything. We have knowledge. We are one of the intellect people by means of our breed equality. By our mind is one of the sharpest mind in the world, Indian minds. And we have so much of population. And our way of living is one of the healthiest living conditions in the world. And our food habits is one of the most unique food habits and a kind of well-recognized food habits. So all those things are there. We as Indians stand high in various aspects. In spite of all those things, why we are not able to achieve that particular, we call it superpower status? We have everything. The only thing is we get divided in various aspects. At the end of the day, where we are supposed to reach, we are not able to reach that greater heights. Now we talk about the economic workforce for the world, we call it. There are two nations which is always considered as the economic workforce for the world. And the last decade was driven by China. The Chinese from year 1995 they picked up, and 2000 they reached the maximum. And 2000 all the way almost last 2 decades, the Chinese domination was there, and their economic, their manpower, the workforce, we call it, they become the world workforce. Because everything is produced in China. Everything is manufactured in China. Idea is from somewhere, but all the manufacturing segment and industries are in China. So all the raw materials goes to China. So a lot of trade and business happen, logistics happens. So their economy prospered so well and they have grown considerably. You see here in past 20 years where I used to see personally the growth day in day out, because when we are in a city, every now and then we visit China, because that is where entire business happens. So we could see nowadays when we are growing up in a career, the growth of China, how the transformation can happen, the country's transformation, that we see. So now those times are gone. So the latest data shows when Chinese economy is struggling, is collapsing, is kind of a degradation is happening there. Now the world is looking at India as a major workforce. So India have about 500 million working population. So out of 500 million, we have about 40% is in agriculture sector. and 25% in industrial sector, and we have about 33 or 34% in the service sector. So that is the configuration we have. So that means we are there everywhere, and the world is looking at India. World wants something from India, and some kind of political domination or a kind of stability we have for past 10 years or 8 years, whatever, under our great Prime Minister Narendra Modi. So which increased our opportunity, you can call it, which given all a different view about India altogether in the world arena. So that benefit, even all the NRIs who are staying abroad, they are enjoying. And as Indians, we are proud that we are getting recognized everywhere. Our passports are getting recognized, and our value is is viewed by everyone. As India is a major decision maker, or a major role. India is going to play a major role in any world's decision making when it comes to the world's political scenario. So that is the stand what we have when it comes to India. So with all these things, we as a school also have some pupils. We all teach math, science, CBSE curriculum, Zee curriculum, BrainCafé, and building curriculum. Now veterinary has come. So we talk about tuning the mind. Okay, tuning mind is one thing. And what about giving directions to our children? Giving directions is very important. The school must take charge in giving directions. Tuning mind is making expertise in maths and various subjects, language expertise, and those things is what we are doing. And what request or take home message I have at this point of time for my teachers or my teammates, please give very clear directions to your children. In the sense, goal setting, career selecting, to identify the strength and weakness, which way where their strength lies. Because when they are in the adolescent age, they will be in a very confused mindset, where they are good at, where they are to get, where they are to look upon. They will be in a very confused mind. Father will say something, mother will say something, relatives will say something, friends will say something. At the end of the day, they themselves will not be able to realize their own potential. That is where they lack when they are in 10th and 12th. We also came across that stages. So we study something, we go study 4 years, 8 years, do engineering, MTech for 8 years, spend so much of money, and then we come and work in the service sector. And same way, I see so many resumes and the people working for interview. Everyone, they all study different things they spend the prime time in their life, which is where they have the full energy, somewhere, studying somewhere. And then looking for jobs somewhere else. That means somewhere the misguidance happened. That's what it happened, right? Because the father said they are proud about someone who was a doctor, they want to do medicine. Because the father said or mother said they are proud about someone who is doing engineering, so they went for engineering. So whether they liked it, whether they wanted that way, if you talk about anyone did finance, anyone did they want to talk about that chartered accountants, very rare. Various courses, they may be very good in even an accountant, I find they do something else, finally they do a very small course in accountancy and then come and sit as an accountant. So that's how it is. That means everyone would have experience. So even I myself, you can take it, I worked in a ship and I did so much. I spent all my life in a ship where I was working for 25 years. Now I am coming and sitting in a school, which I would have done. I would have joined maybe B.Ed, some courses B.Ed, and being a teacher, and then common centers. That would have been a great option, right? So now I do not look for principal. I myself can take. So that is how the thing shapes up. Because I also had some shortfall in the guidance at that time when I was trying to select my career. So that's why I landed up somewhere. Even though I landed up at some point of time, we see whatever we came up with, I have to achieve something. So that's why we reached the top position. And we don't have nothing to do. We find it is saturated, it's boring. It's kind of, I'm deprived, and I have to just get rid of it. And then we just take the shackle and come out and leave the profession altogether. So that's how the thing shapes up. So it's very important as a school, we guide our students, give a very clear directions. You teach knowledge, you teach wisdom, subjects. Very well appreciated. We have very great teachers in our organization. But please give very clear directions and guidance to our students. That's very important. That is where they will realize I had a teacher who able to adjust my strength at the point of time when I was studying 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and then you guided me so well. That's why I am now at this position. So once again, I wish you all a happy Republic Day and proud to be Indian. Let us all proud to be Indian. Thank you.